Hi everyone, my name is Tomi and you're welcome to my channel. So today I decided to share my journey on how I got the Erasmus Mundus Scholarship and also to share some tips for those out there trying to apply or to apply to some other scholarship. Okay, so quickly I will get into the business of the day. And the first thing that I would say is start early. I know this time is like most of the applications are already open and probably some of them are going to be closing already, while some just open. For example, the program I'm currently doing, SC4GD Software Engineering for Greendale, the program opened the 1st of this month and it's going to be closing by 19th of January. So it's very important, like check the course catalog, check the EMJMZ course catalog on the website to see the closing date for the program that you are interested in and try to narrow down your options to like 3. You can apply up to 3 Erasmus Mundus programs. So if you can find like 3 programs that you're interested in, why not spread your tentacles and give yourself some more options instead of just focusing on just one program. So I would advise check the deadlines for the 3 programs that you're interested in and try to gather your requirements on time. So each of these programs have their own website and you would see the breakdown of all the requirements on the website and what they actually want from you. So I can speak so well for my program, SC4GD. If you go to the program website, sc4gd.eu, there's a place for program requirements, what they require from the students. You'd see a breakdown. For example, your academic track record is about 60% of what they would use to grade you. So if you have a first class, the points is, I think, 30 points. So for most of the programs, you would see such breakdown. So try to like focus on the requirements that you can find on the website. And I would love to say this, if you don't have time, maybe you shouldn't apply for the Erasmus Mundus Scholarship because it takes time from you, like it needs your dedication. So you actually need to dedicate time to it. So don't expect anybody to actually spoon feed you or to write your SOP for you or to get things done for you. No, like you have to be very up and doing in order to apply for this program. It is very, very competitive and they pick like maximum of 3 people from each country. For example, they can only pick maximum of 3 people from Nigeria. So to show you how competitive it is, and they're competing with people from all over the world, from Pakistan, from India, from different countries, Bangladesh, from China, Hong Kong, Thailand, and so on. So you can't afford to be complacent about it. So I would love to move on to your SOP. After your academic track record, maybe there is nothing much you can do about your academic track record, but like the next most important thing in your application is your SOP, like your statement of purpose. This is like where you get to sell yourself. This is where you get to express your passion and your interest in the program. This is where you get to show your understanding of the course that you're applying to. So like you have to put a lot of work into your SOP. And I'll just share a few tips on things that can help you in writing your SOP. If you check online, you'll find materials on how to write a successful SOP and you would find like sample materials online. And I would advise, try as much as possible not to plagiarize. SOP should be personal. You can just use the samples online to like make a template just to have an idea of what it should contain, what the first paragraph should contain, the second paragraph, but don't plagiarize as much as possible. It can disqualify you. For the program that you want to apply to, go to the website, check the program objective, check what the program is about and what they are looking out for. So try to tailor whatever experience or whatever you've done in your undergraduate or in your final year project. Try to relate it to the program objective. You want to come into the program, so they want to take people that they know that have the same vision or that are in line with their objective. So try to relate whatever it is that there's a way you can always relate your experience to whatever program you are interested in. So find a way to just merge it together and relate it together so it will give you more edge. Most of the Erasmus Mundus programs also try to like solve the United Nations problem. Try to find the SDG goals that your program is trying to solve and show that you are interested in it. This is where you get to show that you have a good knowledge or you've done some good background check on the program that you are trying to apply for. Don't just make it plain or just follow a generic template that you find online. Try to make it specific to the program you're applying for. Okay, so I would give an example for my program. Again, I can speak well for my program because that's the one I applied for. So for my program, Software Engineering for Green Deal is about equipping software engineers with sustainability mindset. And for my program, I would suggest, if there is anyone that wants to apply for SC4GD that's watching this, I would suggest to read about sustainability for ICT and sustainability of ICT. When you read about this, it will give you an idea of what sustainability and ICT, like how they relate and how they work together. So in this way, you can express that in your SOP. It shows that you are really interested and you have done some good background check. So having written your SOP, try to send it out for review. Reach out to scholars. If you go on LinkedIn, you can find scholars in your program. For example, I'm one of the first cohorts for my program, so there were no sets before us. But I tried to like look for other programs that are related to mine. Then I reached out to scholars in that area. And don't get offended when scholars don't reply back to you at this time. This is exam period, and most people are trying to get things together. So you just keep reaching out to them and reach out to as many people that you can as possible. And not just people in your program. You can also send your SOP to people that you have in other program, preferably people that you know, at least to make the process faster. So get them to help you review your SOP, make corrections, and don't just send your SOP to technical people. You can also send your SOP to probably a non-technical person, but the person is good in English and grammar, so they can help you check for grammatical blunders and so on. Like, you don't want to have grammatical blunders in your SOP. It just shows that you don't pay attention to details. So try to send it out, for English check, and also to people in related programs to help you see what you can add or what you can take out. Okay, another thing I would love to say is still also related to the requirements. Try to check if your program requires English tests. If your program says explicitly that you need English tests, try to register on time and take the English tests, TOEFL, IELTS, and so on. If your program says that is what they want, don't go and get certificate of English language from your university. For example, it was explicitly stated on SC4GD website that is not accepted. It has to be IELTS or TOEFL or Cambridge English tests. So try to sit for your English exam on time. And to the next point, I would love to talk about the recommendation letter, because most of the programs divide their grading into 3 categories. Most, maybe not all, but most that I know of. It's first based on your academic experience, your academic track record. The second is usually based on your SOP, your statement of purpose. And the third is usually based on like other things like recommendations, your volunteering experience, and other activities like your publications and so on. For example, I didn't have a publication when I applied, but I had work experience. So if you've had like a work experience, it's an advantage. Like, try to relate what you've done at your workplace. Try to relate it to the goals of the program. And if you don't have work experience, what did you do for your undergraduate project? So try to like speak about what you did on your undergraduate project. Even if it is not so related to the program, at least it has given you like a research background, an experience on how research is being done. So that's also a plus. It's worth mentioning. So try to like talk about your experience. And if you've had volunteering experience that is in any way related to the program you want to apply to, please try to involve it. It does not even have to be so related. Just show that you have a life outside academics and you are willing to give back to the society. Another thing that can help you if you don't have a work experience or you don't have a publication is to take MOOC courses, massive open online courses. You can find a lot of them. You can find a lot of courses online that is related to the program that you want to do. So try to take some of those short courses. Some of them are even free, like on EDX and so on. MIT OpenCourseWare. You can find a lot of courses online. So try to take some courses that offer you like a mini certification, just to show that you are passionate, like you are really interested. They really want to see the passion in you. They want to see that you are really interested in this program. So you can also take that to like boost your chances. And to the next, I would love to talk about your recommendation letter. Your recommendation letter is very important. Don't go and ask your pastor to write recommendation letter for you. Funny as it may sound, you know, like back then, maybe in Nigeria, if you want to apply for a job, you can still like meet your pastor to write your recommendation letter, maybe for character recommendation. This is not character recommendation. It's not character recommendation that they want to check for yet. They're trying to check your track record, like how have you been faring academically or career-wise. So don't go and meet like a counselor to write a recommendation letter for you or a family member. Best set of people to write your recommendation letter for you are like a professor that you have worked with or your supervisor during undergraduate. And if the program you're applying to wants you also get recommendation from the industry where you've worked, you can ask your manager. Don't go and ask your fellow friend that is not even a manager. The position of the person, the reputation of the person that is recommending you matters a lot. So preferably someone that has supervised you, that you've worked with, like your manager at work or your professor in the university, that they know you very well and they can speak well of you. And try to ask them on time. Professors are always very busy. Your managers are always very busy. Reach out to them on time, even if you don't need it like now. Reach out to them on time to allow time for them to, put words together. So reach out to them. So another important thing in applying for this program is your CV. Erasmus Mundus CV format is the Europass format. If you check online, you would find the Europass format. Don't go and bring Canadian style CV to come and apply for Erasmus Mundus program. No, it's not acceptable. Like it can disqualify you. So the standard and acceptable CV for Erasmus Mundus program, or for European schools generally, is the Europass CV. So look online and check Europass CV, check the format, and try to use that format to make your CV, and pay attention to your CV. Check for errors, like check painstakingly, and send it out also for review. It's not just your SOP that you send out for review. Also send out your CV when you're done with it. Also send out your CV for review. So some extra tips. Look out for new programs. On the EMGMD catalog, every year they release new programs. So you might be lucky enough to find a new program that is actually related to what you want. It puts you at an advantage in a way, because it's a new program and probably so many people don't know about the program already. So you applying, at least the competition is relatively lower than for programs that are so popular. At least that puts you at an advantage. So look out for new programs. I think a few weeks ago or a few days ago, I noticed that they have updated the list and some new programs have been released. So watch out for it. This is expo. This is like an extra tip. Don't tell anybody. Shh. Another thing is, put your best feet forward. In applying for scholarship, don't be modest about your achievements. Don't be modest about things you have done. If you have published a paper, if you have worked in a place, even if it is 6 months internship experience, put it. And like try to modify it, package it, sell your market, package it, repackage it, like try to conform it to your program goals. Like don't try to play down the things that you have done or the achievements that you have. Try to speak so well of it. Try to package it in a befitting way, okay? I'm not saying you should brag. I'm not saying that you should come and say that you have built mansion when you have never even built an hut. I'm just saying that the little achievements that you have, the little work experience that you have, your undergraduate projects, internship experience, volunteering experience, put everything together. Try to make everything work for you. Okay, I forgot to add this when I was talking about the SOP. Don't make your SOP so long. Like, they are reading for so many applicants. So if you make it so long, you are going to bore like the person that is reviewing your SOP. They probably have like hundreds and loads of other SOPs to read. So check online for tips on how to write SOP. Mostly your SOP should not exceed 2 pages. As a matter of fact, an SOP of just 1 page is okay, but if you have to go beyond 1 page and if your program allows, it's okay, but it should not be so long. So try to be concise in your SOP. Yes, one more thing, because I get to hear this a lot from people. I'm not an A student, I'm not the best graduating student in my class, I'm not sure I can apply. Come on, don't limit yourself. Like, try to apply. The worst that can happen is that you get a no. Like, most people get no's before they actually eventually got yes. But if you don't try at all, like, the chances of you getting it is 0 because you never tried. You just try. At least in Nigeria this year, the percentage of 2-1 students that got the scholarship was about 41% or thereabouts. So that is to tell you that the program is not just for first-class students. If you have first class, yes, it is an advantage. It is a very good advantage, but I'm saying that it's not just for first class students. So the fact that you don't have first class, don't let it limit you. Try to pick the other tips that I've shared earlier in the video, put them together, take MOOC courses, your volunteering experience, your publication and all those things, your work experience, put them together. At least it's going to boost your points. All right, I hope I've been able to share some useful tips for you in applying to the Erasmus Mundus Scholarship. So guys, I wish you good luck in your application. If you are yet to subscribe to my channel, please subscribe to get more informative content. All right, see you next time. Bye.